What's going on, guys? So today we're reviewing another bike, and yet another one by Engwe. I've reviewed loads of bikes by Engwe. They have the very similar step-through design, whether they're foldable or not foldable. Now, I've been on a real trend lately of kind of getting bored of reviewing bikes that are the same. As I mentioned in the last review video, I'm now looking out for bikes that are either interested in some manner or form. You know, for the money, they're pretty much on spec with each other. A lot of brands, some are a little bit better than others. I always like to give a very honest review. Now, this one from Engwe, I didn't want to just review another boring white foldable step-through style design. And it stood out to me because a few key features. Now, this is, for starters, a true 250 watt e-bike. The motor is only 250 watts. There are still a number of people out there that want to stick to the UK law of not having a throttle, not doing more than, you know, 15 miles an hour, and all the stuff that makes it technically legal and boring. So this is a true 250 watt e-bike, but don't click off of it just yet, because there's some things that I'm going to mention shortly about it. The other factor is it comes in some interesting colours. So the fact that this is like a matte army greeny type of colour, and you've got the luggage racks, I think that automatically just transforms the look of the bike into a kind of all-purpose utility bike where you can load up with a bunch of stuff for shopping, running things about, even if you're a local tradesman, whether you go fishing, hunting, whatever, like whatever's your thing. I think it's really useful. I quite like the battery being in a separate compartment rather than a bulky bit on the step-through frame. Just love the look of it, and the fact that it is potentially suitable for people that are really worried about the e-bike laws and want to abide by laws, which is fine. I will say that this is unlockable. Now, there's a lot of people that don't actually understand e-bike law, and they just say, you've got to be 250 watts. They don't even understand what that means. That's a 250 watt motor. You take pretty much any 250 watt motor and stick a 36 or a 48 volt battery on it, it will go faster than 15. Like, every bike on the market will achieve more than 15 mile an hour. Every single bike, whether it's got a 750 watt motor, everything that's marked with the CE sticker or whatever it is to pass the laws and get in the country, they're all going to do more than 15, even if it's 250 watt. This bike is no exception. So there is two separate procedures for this bike. First, the throttle is completely non-functional when it arrives in the UK. So if you're going to use this off-road, you would pull the throttle, pull the front brake, turn the power on from off, hold it for 10 seconds, let go, turn it off, turn it on, throttle works. Speed restriction is another thing altogether. You turn the display on, you hold the plus and minus, and you get the P1, P2, P3, etc. settings. I believe it's P3. It's set to 25 kilometers an hour. You can go in there. I think you can put it up to about 63 or something. Whatever it is, you're not going to go as fast as that. But this being a 250 watt motor, will still probably do 20 plus miles an hour. On the roads, too slow can be too dangerous in certain situations. Sometimes you need to get a move on a little bit to not get whacked by some idiot, and I think it's safer to just have the option of sort of getting up to 20, 25 at times. Anyway, now that's out of the way, I say we just get out and see what this bike is like on the road. So without further ado, let's go get out. What is going on, guys? So today's video is brought to you by FU Energy. FU Energy is a concept where you take all the hate and negativity in your life and turn your back in it and use it to excel you into success in 2024. FU Energy is all about walking away from areas of your life where you're not being appreciated, you're being held back. There's a lot of people out there stuck in jobs, stuck in relationships. FU Energy is about taking all the energy you're wasting. If there's any areas of your life where you're not appreciated, not respected, people are trampling all over your boundaries, FU Energy is going to help you shine. So stay strong, kings, and let's have a successful 2024. Now on to today's video. The current stats are over 87% of the watchers of my videos are not actually subscribed, and if you subscribe, it's going to help the channel grow help me get better bikes to review, better projects. Also, like this has turned up this morning, going to be the next video, really exciting. Got an electric dirt bike, 60 volts, 2000 watt plus. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notifications bell so you see the new videos coming up. So you're not going to miss out on some of the projects, and you're going to help support the channel to, you know, grow and get bigger and better projects. So anyway, on with the test ride. Right guys, welcome to the test ride of the Engwe L20. So this bike comes in the UK, as I said, throttle completely disabled, speed restriction, but it is only a 250 watt bike, so I've unrestricted it, just so you guys can know what this really does. Talking of which, I say we go straight for a high speed test run. No messing about, let's see if it goes faster than 15 miles an hour. Here we go. 15 already. Oh, I'm not going to tell you the speed yet. It's just, oh no, a little bit more. How fast you reckon we're going? Leave it in the comments. It's not picking up any faster than that, but that is way better. It actually got up to 26, got up to 25 straight away. Then we pushed an extra 1 mile an hour out of it and it's stuck at 26 miles an hour. How good's that for a 250 watt motor? Now this is what I'm saying with the e-bike laws. I mean, it's got a 48 volt battery on it. A lot of 250 watts have only got a 36, so that is going to give you a bit more speed, but that's going to do most people. People are going to be happy with that. Let's just see what it generally rides like now. We know the top speed. Trying to pull away in 7th gear. Pedal assist has kicked in. Haven't even had to change gears. This has got Shimano 7-speed. And we're pedaling easily at 22, 23 miles an hour. Not even touching the throttle. If you don't want to have the throttle installed, it's going to be perfectly fine. I think you could just ride this thing around in gear number 7 with the help of pedal assist. Don't have to have the throttle. First thing I noticed after having a quick go at that pit bike that I'm reviewing this week, the saddle's comfortable. The pit bike's got a seat about that thing and it does feel a bit hard on your butt. This thing's got a really squishy, really comfortable seat. It's definitely up there on the comfort level. It's quick as well. I don't know if this is coming out on camera. We are flying. It rockets up to 25 miles an hour. I don't know if cruise control's on because I'm not touching anything and it's flying. I reckon this has got cruise control, or it rolls really, really well. Yeah, I think, I'm not actually sure, it's still going. 22, 23. We're picking up speed and I'm not touching anything. I'm going to wait till the ground level's out and see whether this is, some bikes, if you keep it on full power, it will hold that speed. Let's see if it slows down. The road's leveled out now. That's weird. It just rolls forever. That's actually really impressive. That must have just been rolling, but this thing just goes. Well, we must have rolled about 1/4 of a mile. It's going to be great for range that it does that. What a pucker little bike. Let us know in the comments what you would use this for. Like, would you find this front and back luggage rack useful? What would you use it for? Would you use it for like some kind of leisure thing? Would you use it for work? Ditch your car. I can see that this would be fine carrying a bit of weight. I mean, these are, for one, sturdy as anything, but number two, I mean, I'm around 80 kilograms and it's absolutely no issue pulling me up hills. So I imagine a bit of extra weight in the front and back rack. I think there's going to be a lot of guys that are going to be like, I'm 100+ kilos and would shy away from getting a bike that's on paper only 250 watts. But I think this would pull a 100 kilogram guy. That's only me. Whoa, fucking hell. That's only me plus an extra 20 kilograms of weight. 100 kilogram. This is a steep hill now. We might not be doing full speed. We're doing 15 miles an hour up here. So anyway, let's go through the spec of this Engwe L20. got an aluminium frame. We've got an aluminium frame. It is not folding. It has got a 48 volt 13 amp hour battery, which, you know, isn't the highest amp hour range, but depending how efficient the bike is, you know, if you're going to be pedaling, like, that's all, it's all going to change, you know. It's going to, whoa, throttle switchy. Anyone can jump on an e-bike and get a completely different range depending on their weight, the amount of hills, whether they bother pedaling. It varies so much. Engwe are stating quite a high range on the website of, I think, 140 kilometres. So what's that, at least 70 miles? That might be in best case scenario, but I don't know. After seeing Andy get 18 to 20 miles out of a 9 amp hour battery, it's all depending on how you ride it, really. So I think that the money these things come in at, you just can't beat them. You're going to be able to do your shopping in it. Like, you'd be able to do a small to medium sized shop. You know, if you're a Sparky or something, or tradesperson with just 1 or 2 tool bags, you could buzz around your own town without any petrol or diesel. If you go fishing or have to go into the woods and do certain things, you know, pack a little bike. I know I called this army green, but I think it's actually avocado green is the actual proper colour for this. And this bike comes in 4 colours. It comes in, I think it's called flamingo pink, which is like a pastely, looks like a matte pink colour. Onyx black, which I'm not sure if it's gloss, it might be a matte black, and white. So it's nice to see some extra colour combinations other than white, because white can get a bit boring. Maybe it's just me because I've reviewed a million e-bikes now. But I even think the pink looks good with the black wheels and the black, you know, the pink and the black accessories. I'm just going to get up on the pavement because I'm worried about this camera hanging off the bike over there by 2 foot. I've smashed this thing off on so many lampposts, it's ridiculous. So you've got hydraulic brakes. Sorry, no, you haven't got. You've got, let me correct myself, you've got disc brakes, which aren't hydraulic, they're mechanical. Just checking. And I think they're 160mm front and back rotors, and these are, you can hear the pads are still bedding in. I've literally done less than 2 miles on this thing, so you're always going to get that initial, you know, the material's trying to bite and bed in on the discs, but you can tell the brakes are going to be absolutely fine on this. I've reviewed so many bikes that I know that feeling where you can kind of hear the material trying to bed in and get grip, which is quite normal on a brand new bike. You know, I have gone on about, I think when you're talking like 2,000 watt kits to do 40 plus miles an hour and above, I'd always recommend, purely for the weight and the extra speed, having hydraulic disc brakes. But things below that, even a well working set of V brakes can sometimes be better than a badly set up, like hydraulic disc brakes. If they're not set up and bled in properly, they can be worse than a set of decent V brakes that are actually adjusted right. So don't worry too much. Like, when you're talking bikes, I think this is RRP at around, I think £999 if I'm wrong. I'll put it up on the screen if I'm wrong. You're getting plenty of spec for the money, and the brakes get the job done. I think you have to hold the minus button in on the display. That will turn on your front and back lights. You can switch the lights on and off from the handlebars. You've got an integrated brake light, so whether you press the front or rear lever, you've got, you know, functional brake light, which is good for safety. The display on it is a bit different. I quite like it. It's a bit like one of them, I can't think what brand, cycle computers. Is it an egg display? Can't remember what it's called, but it's a very clear display that's like got a black background with white text. Kind of reminds me of a Yamaha MT-09 that I've got. It's quite easy to read, even in bright sunlight. You can quite easily see the settings on it. Front suspension gets the job done, and this field is very bumpy with loads of dog paw prints in it, and it's so cold it's actually frosted over and hard, so it's a good test for comfort. But my butt is currently very thankful for this soft cushiony seat. And I've said it before, you just can't beat the spec that manufacturers are putting into these bikes now. Like £999, you get something that's going to have pretty good range, good speed, comfortable, practical, brakes do the job, suspension does the job, You can't expect to have the highest quality components on a bike that's £999, but it's still got branded Shimano gears. I'm not sure if the brakes are branded, but from my own experience it doesn't matter if they do the job. Yeah, I mean, if this wasn't an e-bike I'd probably be really miserable right now, if I'm honest. Having to pedal up this would be quite awful. Like, maybe I see things from a different point of view because I ride and test ride a lot of e-bikes. Some people looking at these things and these reviews might not have owned an e-bike ever, or may have only had one or two. From my perspective, having lots of experience on other ones, I find it really refreshing that they do it in this olive green and flamingo pink colour, and it comes with the front and back. I'm pretty certain it comes with the front and back luggage racks. I got sent it with both. But I think it just transforms it, as I said already, into like a full-on utility bike where, you know, stop for a minute, you've got the benefits of not paying fuel and everything else, not having to worry about parking, all the good stuff that comes with having an e-bike. It's got a kickstand so you can pop it down quickly outside a shop. But also, you know, sometimes you might get torn between, oh, I've got my e-bike, do I take that to the shops instead of the car? But I'll need to pick something up. You know, that's quite, you know, you might have to go to the post office and pick up a parcel where you have to take a backpack, or you're not able to do it. With this, you only need a couple of cheap bungee straps. You're good to go for like most everyday use. You know, apart from charging the battery, maintenance is really low. Yeah, I just think it's good, and it looks good because it gives it more of a kind of outdoorsy, get shit done kind of vibe. Rather than just a step through frame, which I'm not really a massive fan of that on its own. But I think by adding these luggage racks to it, it totally transforms the bike. We'll be putting the links and any discount codes in the video description, so don't forget to check that out, guys. I recommend it. It's comfortable. It's just another one of those practical all-round ones with really not any downsides. At the price point, you can't really go wrong. And I just think with the racks and everything, it just makes it like it's going to do everyone kind of thing. No matter what you're doing, commuting, going to work, you can stick your laptop in a bag on it. Great bike. Check out the links if you're interested in buying one in my video. If you buy it through that, you should hopefully be getting the best price and any discount codes. Sometimes there'll be a little bit of commission in some of the bikes, so it helps me support the channel and grow as well. So if you're thinking of buying one of these, do it through the link on my video. I'll really appreciate that. And I think that just about wraps it up for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed this little review. As I said before, if you're not already subscribed, out of them 87% of the people currently watching my video, please hit the subscribe button. Leave us a comment, hit the notifications thing, because I've got loads of projects coming up like this year. Just want to really smash it with the channel. Hopefully we'll be hitting 30,000 subscribers by the February, March time. Want to go upwards and onwards, 50, 100,000, etc. And just get crazier and better with all the projects. Hopefully be more entertaining and useful for you guys. So thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for watching this video. Check out the links in the video description for the Engwe L20, and I'll see you guys in a video very soon. Take it easy.